Hello, YouTube audience. It is I. There were a lot of videos that I wanted to post this summer and I never got the chance to. I took a few of the highlights and I put them all together into one video. I hope you enjoy and you stick around till the end. There's no surprise or anything. Just, see ya. Wow, just take a look at how empty and peaceful everything is. This is why September is like my summer. This is why I don't leave the house until September hits. I'm scared of teenagers, and I know that if you're watching my channel, you are also afraid of teenagers. How far can we zoom in? How does she know? Where's the baby? Look, there's 4 of them. A cool moth. Be careful, there's spider webs there.
Hey Callie Roy, what's on today's agenda? I'm so glad you asked. Today we're going to a free botanical garden in Yonkers, but first let me show you these mushrooms that are growing out of this piece of construction wood.
To all of you who romanticize New York, the bathroom's in there and the line goes all the way over there. It's a long-ass line. For the women's bathroom, not for the men's bathroom.
And we are about to embark, but I didn't get any footage of that, so you're gonna have to take my word for it.
Here's a bit of some beautiful and relaxing B-roll. At least it would be beautiful and relaxing if I didn't live in a city.
When we got off the train, Google Maps led us astray as usual and had us taking the path that was uphill the whole way for like half an hour. This is when dehydration started to hit. I promised myself that I would never be caught without water again, but I was a fool. My bottle was empty, and the worst part is, I knew that this time, no one was coming to save me. No! The pandemic changed me. I am no longer someone I can recognize. If not for the grapes in my bag, I'd be dead right now. As a Greek guy, my ancestors were smiling down upon me on this day. Anyway, then we arrived and I filled it with real water and drank it all in one gulp. Yum, yum, yum.
Buongiorno!
Today's the type of day in which I regret not bringing my picture camera, which I am trying to get the hang of using and taking places with me again. But for now, the phone will suffice.
Look at these cliffs. Aren't they swag? Wouldn't you say? Oh, look, a butterfly. Come see this. Oh, I will. Disabled unicorn. Horn has been lost to time.
Unfortunately, we didn't stay long, which is just as well because we all kind of wanted to get home early. We all live pretty far, you know how it is. And in this shot, I was checking to see what this was. This video camera has really good zoom, but we already know that. We're back at Grand Central and we went to the Transit Museum.
This feels like a trap. And we somehow ended up here, in a different garden.
Welcome to the section about diamond painting. It actually became a bit of a hyperfixation for about a week, and then I completely forgot about it. But to be fair, that's because I had to start overhauling my entire room, and I'm not even going to show you because it's such a horrific mess that it gives me anxiety to look at. This all started when me and Naufa did the diamond painting in the park that one time, which you probably know if you watched my shorts. But even further before that, it happened because a certain craft store had sales and I thought, let me try this. I feel like I have enough time to yap about the fact that I actually fell asleep in Central Park in the middle of the day on my Pokemon picnic blanket though. And it would have been very cozy if not for the fact that I woke up with a headache.
Alright, this is what I've gotten done so far. But my neck is tired, so I'm probably going to stop for now. A leaf.
Now that I'm home, I can do the sectioning properly. I forgot to do it the night before, and I knew that I was leaving the house and going into the city pretty early. Oh, and sorry, let me address the elephant in the room. Not my hair literally blocking the entire process. Girl! Get it together! I also kept having this problem with my ring light where it kept overheating and turning off. But by some miracle, I found its original plug like 2 weeks ago after years of not having seen it. And now I don't have that problem anymore. I was using the iPhone wall brick and you know those aren't really good for anything. Though I will say I feel like the phone flashlight makes the gems look better and more sparkly.
Anyway, it turns out I really like this craft activity because it's pretty mindless, but in the end, you're still getting something swag. One day I want to make it with my own art, though. I think that would be really cool. I know that there's companies that do that, but I've never really looked into it. Hey kid, this is what it's like to have ADHD and OCD at the same time. If you don't finish this umbrella, your family will die. You better fucking hurry up, 'cause it's almost midnight. That's right, you gotta finish this umbrella by midnight, or else everyone you love and know will die in a pit of fire. Either all of that or traumatic memories, and this is why you always need a podcast to be playing in the background. Teehee. Also, I ran out of little boxes, so I had to use my Sanrio pill box. Truly befitting of a girl who takes SSRIs. Anyway, moon break. Focus on the moon, bruh. I finished this section and this section because it was just a lot of the same color. I should probably stop now because I kind of need to pace myself, you know. So as you can see, I have them all marked. These are the colors you'll find most in these sections. What I was doing here is showing you how I'm filming a YouTube short, I think. Because I did want to make a short out of this. But also sometime around here I really messed up and mixed up E and H, and I have not recovered since. Yep, this is when it happened. Did, in fact, spend a lot of time trying to fix this mistake. But then I kind of realized that it doesn't matter anyway because they're very similar in color. Alright, good. We finished this section. I really messed up. I'm going to spend some time organizing these now because these are probably going to look bad in the other section, so... Obviously, when you put them down on the canvas, they're not that similar because there's something about the way the light reflects and blah, blah, blah. But it's random enough where it's fine. It's not too noticeable. See, like even with the foliage and the cacti here, you can see that a lot of these colors are placed with some tact, but also kind of randomly. Oh, right! And I want to talk about something that really annoyed me with this. For the keen-eyed viewers, you may have noticed that a lot of these sections are weird or slanted or the diamonds are not perfectly straight no matter what I do. That's actually because the diamonds have way too much space between them and that allows more room for error. Like, okay, in theory, this would be good for your consumers, but in practice, it's actually just messing up the final piece. So I think as a consumer, you need to have one of those straightener tools. Unfortunately, though, even then it doesn't end up perfectly straight. And it's really noticeable when you have one big section of color. Welcome to the last part of this video. I'm going to try to raw dog this as best as I can. Maybe not the best choice of words, but yeah, let me just explain a little bit about my process. I just do whatever on a page and then it comes out good. I start with a loose sketch, then I refine the sketch, then I add colors, I decide on the colors, then I add a multiply layer and I erase where the lights should be. Before I do that, I make sure that the multiply layer matches with the ambient lighting. In this case, she's at the beach, so of course there's going to be what kind of lighting? Harsh, dramatic. It kind of takes a lot more patience to render out like this, but then I also go back and add some line art because I love the way that looks. Okay, I'm back after all of that with the outro. Take it away, me sitting down. And that was all for the summer video, summer 2025. Usually I don't feel like summer has passed by too quickly, but unfortunately I do very much feel that this year. In case you guys don't already know, I am basically a shorts creator now. So while I do enjoy long form content, there's not going to be as much of that. Just because it takes a really long time and now I'm not using the same programs that I'm used to, so there's a bit of a learning curve. But every so often I will still make long form content just because I really like it. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe because I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers. See you. Hopefully I'll see you in a little bit, beach. I hate to say goodbye every single night. I'm so emotional.